What's goody? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the boxing clinic, and kind of the boxing news and interviews is rolling in. And this interview, check the description, is going to be in the link. Trust me. I'm probably also gonna post the interview up on the boxing clinic Facebook page. Shout out to Vilify Media. He on the rise, real talk, asking the best questions anybody that's doing the travel journalist YouTube interview thing. But Danny Garcia basically trashes Terence Crawford's bid to be the number one pound for pound fighter. Pretty much said what I said about the pound for pound number one, and then some. He added some things on there to him. It's like basically he just took the thoughts out of my mind. He said, I had Andre Ward number one. This is Danny Garcia talking about it. I put the link in the description so you can see the art, so you see the full interview. Shout out to Vilify Media, man. Y'all subscribe to him, dope channel, all that good stuff. But he said, number one, I had Andre Ward number one. Obviously, he retired. He said it's unclear right now. It's a lot of things that's unclear in the sport of boxing. And he said, Vilify Media told him what Freddie Roach and Robert Garcia said. They said that they thought Terence Crawford was number one. Basically, he said, how can he be number one when he ain't beat nobody? Then the guy was like, he unified division. He said, yeah, but he ain't beat nobody. He right. He said Victor Postal was a credible win. He said, but, other than that, he talked about Delorme. He said he just got beat. He said he ain't really beat nobody. He said if he moves up and captures the belt at 147, then he's a pound for pound fighter. He also said then he would possibly entertain the Terence Crawford fight if he gets a belt at 147 pounds. That's something he will consider, but not until Crawford got a belt. Same thing that Errol Spence just said. So basically everybody is saying the same thing. I know Danny Garcia beat Terence Crawford in the amateurs, I believe. That's what I heard. Don't quote me on that. But, that's basically for a minute to stop and talk before I get on to the next thing he said. That's basically what I've been saying, Got into a little argument on the thread. As usual, I shut it down. I asked a question. I said, I asked about Jorge Linares. I said, what's his best victory? And nobody gave me an answer. Nobody can give me an answer. It's that indirect bullshit with boxing. Ask a question with a question. So about Robert Jr. I said, well, Shavakov, Kami, and Agendas Mendez was, more notable wins than, Linares had at 135. And they were like, he didn't win. I said, hey, BoxRec said he won the fight. Ain't nobody can give me an answer, And they said Luke Campbell would do this. I said Luke Campbell got beat by a journeyman and dropped. So, never answer a question. And then it was like, well, he's ranked number one at lightweight. Okay. You the tallest midget amongst midgets. What the fuck does that mean? Nothing. Just because you're number one in a division doesn't make you a pound for pound fighter, especially when your division is superficial. And lightweight is superficial, especially if Mikey Garcia chooses to move up. Verdejo is a non-factor right now. And a division is weak when a guy like Terry Flanagan holds the title, And that's basically all I'm saying. Just because you're number one in a division don't mean you conquered a big division. And Danny Garcia goes on and say, I don't understand how I was never ranked pound for pound, period. And I'm right. That's truly hate. Because Danny Garcia got one of the best resumes in the sport of boxing. When you're talking about wins, losses, draws, whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about wins? Come on, he beat Amir Khan. He beat the big bad boogeyman that a lot of guys rated high in Lucas Matisse, who should have made him the undisputed champion, but he didn't take the belt versus Lamont Peterson because he didn't want to lose his position to fight Danny Garcia. Long story short, he beat Kendall Hart. He had a draw. No, I think he beat Nate Campbell or had a draw with Nate Campbell, or was somehow. No, I was Tim Bradley. He did beat Nate Campbell, I believe. He conquered a division where it was tough. That division was deep, man. That even though Devin and Timothy Bradley chose to move up, you still had a lot of guys there. He handled his business there, and he definitely was the king of all kings at 140. In a nice size division. When he fought at 140, it was tougher than when Crawford conquered. Let's just keep it real. But Danny does go on and say that who he thinks possibly can be number one. He endorses Canelo Alvarez. Says be honest, and Canelo Alvarez has fought the best competition of anybody right now. He's absolutely right. I've been saying that. When I did my pound for pound list, I said when you talk about just strictly on tough competition. I said possibly can. I said you probably have to put Canelo number 2, even though I didn't put him number 2. You had to put him number 2 just before the Triple G fight. And he said, you look at everybody he done fought. He said he didn't compromise. He done went down in weight with Mayweather. He done went up in weight with Triple G and showed that he wasn't the big bad wolf and he handled him and proved his point. He right. You can easily put Canelo 1 or 2 if people just stop hating and just look at the whole situation, that's who he says number 1 if you really think about it. But he says clearly it's unclear right now. But you say look at the competition and the compromise and the names on the resume. He said, he clearly can make a strong case for Canelo being 1 and 2. And for a Puerto Rican, American Puerto Rican to say that, that's huge, and he right. He right. The Garcia's always spoke highly of Canelo from what I hear in the past interviews. And, I got to agree with Danny right there. Canelo has some of the best body of work in the sport of boxing, but he's on that hate list with the fans or whatever. Nobody looks at his list clearly. And he clearly has the best resume now that Andre Ward moved on. And it is what it is. Same thing with Tyson Fury. He had the best resume at heavyweight when Klitschko moved on. When he beat Klitschko. So it is what it is. People choose to hate. They don't want to look at shit the right way, but we gone.